Well, how times have changed. Is sneaker botting hype back? Did it ever go? And let's talk about the current state of sneaker botting and whether you should start today. In today's video, we're going to cover a range of different topics. What sneaker botting used to be like compared to what it is now. Is sneaker botting still profitable? And if I was to start sneaker botting right now, what you should exactly do step by step. So let's get into it. I started sneaker botting around 2 to 3 years ago now. And wow, I do miss the good old days. Back then, everything was first come, first serve dropping, meaning a lot of the sites would just put the shoe on the website and it'd be the first to get. So all these bots would have modules that add them to cart and check out for you. This is places like Foot Locker, Meshes like JD, Size and all that. They used to drop so much first come, first serve. Bot prices used to be 4 or 5 grand for the best bot. A Ganesh was £2,000 resale and now isn't even around. Cyber was 5,000 compared to now being £50 a month. Mirage, one of the greatest mesh bots, is no longer running. So what caused all of this to happen? Well, about 1.5 years ago, raffle botting became a bit bigger. Now, the reason this is because your places like Foot Locker, Mesh and so on stopped dropping first come, first serve and created raffles instead. So instead of them just putting on the website as a first to check out, they would open up a raffle 3 days before, you enter your account and then they would pick the winner. This had a lot of benefits for them, so you could actually see everyone starting going to raffles. And just like that, before you know it, first come first serve bots are struggling and raffle bots are becoming massive. Your raffle bots, which was Flare Raffles, which is now Novum Raffles, blew up. Neo, Demon, all of these raffle bots were doing great. Now we are here. First come first serve bots don't really do too well, and if they do, they really don't cost much to buy, and raffle bots are going to cost you £20 a month. But is it still profitable? If I'm going to be completely honest and open and transparent with you all, I currently own 3 bots. Cyber being a first come first serve bot, Liquid, my own raffle bot that's performing really well, and Novum. I've been part of Novum even when it was Flare Raffles, so I have to stay to my ground because they did a lot for me when I started. The short answer is yes, it is still very profitable, but it's definitely changed the way it works. You see, back in the day, if you cop 2 to 3 pairs and you're looking at £100 profit per pair, it's a good day's work. However, now you've got to cop 10, 20, 30 pairs just to make a couple £100 profit. This is purely because of just the sneaker market and the sneaker industry at the moment. A lot of shoes don't really tend to resell for as much money. However, that being said, they are so much easier to cop. Let me give you an example of these. These Jordan 4 Frozen Moments, they released a couple weeks ago now. If these dropped back in lockdown at peak days, this sneaker would have been £350+ Not only that, it would have been near impossible to cop them, and even if you were botting, you'd have been lucky to cop 5 to 10 pairs. Well, last week happened and I raffle botted this shoe, and I had over 50 charges to cop this sneaker. I only had enough money to cop 30, but I could have copped over 50. Profit for this sneaker is looking just above £30 a pair, so I'm still looking at very good money. However, back in the day, copping 30 pairs was almost impossible, but the prices of the shoe were a lot higher, so it's just turned into a mass game. There is no consistent sneaker drops that are first come first serve anymore. Everything is towards raffles, and that's what you want to focus on. Learning the different filters for the different sites and using that to your best ability. Once you have a good setup for a raffle site, you will keep on hitting that same website. Like me hitting 50 pairs of Frozen Moments isn't just a one-off. We had the red cement the next week and I had over 80 charges if I wanted to cop them. I only copped 30 again because I didn't have enough money. And the biggest thing about this is sneaker bots are actually only costing £20 a month, £30 a month or £150 initial, but it's very cheap. This is because, really, let's be honest, a rafflebot module is most likely the same as other rafflebot modules. It's really about what you put into that raffle and how much time and effort you're willing to work on it. A rafflebot does not bypass the filters of a certain website. For example, size launches. If it's a 1-to-1 address, meaning 1 entry per address, a rafflebot cannot bypass that, meaning the entries you put into that rafflebot still have to be 1-to-1. So rafflebot is simply just just doing a job of entering that raffle for you on different IP addresses. It's not bypassing filters, it's not going to automatically copy you hundreds of pairs. And this is where it gets interesting. And as long as you have enough money for shoes, you can start raffle botting. Proxies cost dirt cheap, you're not going to spend more than £10–20, which moves on to our biggest topic, which I'm sure you're all waiting for, and this is how to start yourself. And if I started right now, what exactly would I do? First things first, I would actually make money manually reselling. If you don't know, I run a group myself where I teach hundreds of different people how to start sneaker reselling. Some of these through sneaker botting and some of these through just manual. In fact, in my group, a lot of the time we'll raffle bot for you and also teach you how to raffle bot if you wanted to start yourself. However, we still have members making hundreds or even thousands a month from manual sneaker reselling, meaning you do your entries manually, we tell you how to win these raffles, and there's no outgoing costs for yourself apart from paying the small fee for the group. This is my tip number one: understand sneaker reselling, make some money sneaker reselling through manual before you hop into sneaker botting. Don't get me wrong, you could pick up the knack of sneaker reselling in 2 weeks time and start sneaker botting if you want, but at least you spent that 2 weeks finding out what sneaker reselling is and finding out if this is the hustle that you want to get into, especially the sneaker botting side. So you join my group, you make some money sneaker reselling, and you do want to start sneaker botting. What bot do I buy? How much do I need? And what should I do? So let's get into it. First things first, you're going to find a raffle bot for you. Why do I say for you? Well, every raffle bot is slightly different. Every raffle bot works better on different sites, and we can help suggest that within the group. The main raffle bots that you want to be looking into are Novum Raffles or my own raffle bot, Liquid Tools, or there's other options such as Demon Raffles. However, I really do suggest joining a group beforehand to get suggestions on what is best for you. Prices of raffle bots do range, our Liquid Tools only being £20 a month. I think Novum has an initial charge and then €20 a month, but it's all around the £20 to £50 a month for a raffle bot, and this is what I would suggest. Let's not buy a first come first serve bot because the infrequent amount of drops is no point. Let's buy a raffle bot that you can work on and spend time on. Next up is going to be purely spending time on that raffle bot and getting the support and help that you need. Peck everyone's brains. If you see someone's success doing really well, what's the worst answer you're going to get if you message them saying, could you help me a bit with this module? Obviously, don't be messaging them saying, how did you do that? I want to do that. Tell me your exact setup. That's not going to work. DM them nicely, DM them privately, and maybe just ask for a bit of guidance. You're going to get all of this within Kaikicks Apprentice, by the way. We're going to give you personalized support whenever you need it, if that is something of interest. You get a brief of raffle botting now. Now it's time to start entering some raffles. You have your setup sorted, and there's two more main tips that I would suggest doing. Number one is track absolutely everything you do. All of the information details, all of the addresses, all of the jigged addresses, everything you do, track it on a spreadsheet. This may seem pointless at the start, but when you're 1 to 2 months in, when you can start reviewing which accounts have started winning, what's working, what's not working, this data is honestly priceless. It's going to tell you what you're doing right, it's going to tell you what you're doing wrong, and overall it's going to tell you what you need to do to improve your raffle bot setup. A big example being, if you're jigging an address 5 times, which means you're using the same address but making it look different on 5 different accounts, you have won twice in the last month off doing that, but on 5 other accounts where you have a unique address for each account, you've had over 10 wins. Well, use your common sense, and that is saying that you are getting a lot more success from using unique addresses. So then you should be changing your whole setup to be using unique addresses. This goes for everything. You might be using one proxy provider and you get more success than the other proxy provider. So what are you going to do? You are obviously going to move to your better proxy provider. Trial and error is the best thing you can do when raffle botting. It's like one big puzzle trying to crack the code. And the last tip that I'm going to say for you is enjoy your journey, and you may lose a little bit of money before you make money. This is almost the same with all businesses. However, as long as you are learning something different and as long as you are improving over time, trust me, the profit will rack up. I have made thousands a month from reselling. My best month. I nearly made £10,000 profit purely from sneaker botting. There is no limit, and that's what I love about the game of sneakers. And obviously, if you want all the support you need for sneaker reselling, Kaikicks Apprentice is the place for you. Proven to teach over 1,000 members like you, sneaker botting, manual sneaker reselling, all the upcoming releases, everything you need is all compact into this one group. So that will be top link down in the description. Enjoy your journey. I hope this video has helped, and I will see you guys in the next video. And no, sneaker botting is not dead. Let's make the profit together.